Okay. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I got you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I got you.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I got you.
Okay.
It's like in a loop.
Yeah, it's in a
Can you hear me?
Yes, I got you.
Hold on, guys.
It's like in a loop.
Yeah, it's in a loop.
Can you hear me?
Oh no, I had it to loop.
Okay. I think I got it. Okay. Now we're good to go.
Okay.
That's much better, isn't it? All right, I think we're getting there. It's it's never boring. Okay. Shabbat shalom. Rabbi Kamil, go ahead and unmute your. There you go. Okay. We are here together, apart and together. We have 13 people in our Zoom room and many more on YouTube. And it took me a couple of minutes to relax and figure out how to mute the YouTube so that we didn't have that loop happening anymore. It's a learning curve. And speaking of learning curves, this is our maiden voyage doing services online together and yet apart. So anything can happen tonight. We don't know what's going to happen. We're just doing the best we can. So I'm going to ask for your grace and your patience with us as we learn very slowly how to enter the technological era of streaming services from our living room, study, and music room. I am Rabbi Andrea Cosnowsky, and I am joined by Rabbi Ricky Kamil and song leader Cindy Michelassi. And we are so grateful that you can join us tonight on this most wonderful Shabbat where we are embracing our new normal. We are here together at a most natural and unnatural time. This is, as far as we know, the first pandemic we've ever experienced together. And so we are grateful for technology, which brings us together. And yet it is quite unnatural in its manifestation because we are apart. But Shabbat has always been a time that has sustained the Jewish people, and all people can be sustained by rest. What we are being given during this time of Shabbat is an opportunity for a Shabbat of Shabbats, if you will. We can grumble against this shelter in place, or we can embrace it as an opportunity to be contemplative, to be thoughtful, and to send out a prayer of hope to others so that we may bring an end to these uncertain times. May all of you who come together tonight, whether it's on YouTube or in Zoom, be blessed with the joy and peace of Shabbat as we take a moment to take a deep breath and to feel surrounded by the love that runs through all of us. We come to Shabbat, a time of joy and peace, and Cindy is going to sing Shalom Aleichem, and I am going to attempt to find Shalom Aleichem and bring it up on my screen so that you may follow along. Cindy, begin. And as I said, I'm just going to have my, oh, there it is. See, let's see how we do here.
Shalom Aleichem Malachei Sharet Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shalom Aleichem Malachei Sharet Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shalom Aleichem Malchei Sharet Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Elyon Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Baruch Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon Mimelech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
And now I've asked Cindy to please bless our Shabbat candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav letzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you, Cindy. And now we continue with Chatzi Kaddish. And let's see if I can find it here. We're gonna bring it up. Now you can follow along. We have a prayer book on the website, but I also made little slides. Hopefully you can see them. Go ahead, Cindy.
Yitkadav, Yitkadav, Shemei Rabbah, Yoma divrach hirute v'yamlich malchute b'chayechon uvyom echon uv'chaydecho Beit Yisrael Bagala Bagala Uvizman Karir Vehileru Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabbah Mevorach Le'olam u'olam Me'amaya Yitbarach Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yipar v'yidromam v'yitnaseh V'yitadar v'yitaleh V'yithalal Shemei Dekudesha Barichu Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata Tushbekata v'nechemata Tamiran me'ama Le'yimeru Amen.
So how it works in virtual services is we continue the minhag or the custom of our congregation, but because you're at home, I can't see you. So when I say, please rise for the Baruch Hu, you have the option of rising to keep the custom or not, because I can't see you and I'm not going to judge. So I will say, we continue with the Baruch Hu, and I'm going to ask you at this time to rise if you're able, spiritually or in general. If you would care to rise, please feel free to do so. We continue with Ma'ariv Aravim. And if anyone can let me know if you can see Ma'ariv Aravim in your screen, that would be wonderful.
It is good.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv aravim, b'chochma poteach she'arim, uvitvuna mishane itim, umachalif et hazmanim, umisader et hakochavim, b'mishmerotehem b'rakia kirtzono, borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or, uma'avir yom umevi laila, umavdil bein yom uvein laila, Adonai tzavaot shemo, el chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. The awkward silence is, it's followed by a, oh, there it is, see? Okay. This is part of the learning curve. Move this, here we go, and let's hope, there we go. Let there be love and understanding among us. Yeah, that doesn't look right. We'll read it anyway. Rabbi Kamil, what do we have there?
Oh, so that's the Hashki Venu, but I can do the Ahavat Olam I have right here.
Yes, I love that. Why don't you do that?
Sure. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael.
Fabulous. Thank you so much for that. And now we continue with the Shema. Before we rise, I want to do a little talking about the Shema. The Shema means listen or hear. And the Midrash says, the Midrash is a story about a story in the Torah, says that when Jacob was about to pass away, he called all of his sons together and he said, when I die, when I pass on from this world, my fear is that you're going to bow down to another God. And his son said to him, hear, O Israel, the Lord is one God, the Lord is one. And Jacob quietly responded back to them, Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed, blessed be the name of the glory of God's kingdom forever and ever. Now remember that Jacob's name was changed to Israel when he wrestled with the angel. And that's why it is customary to say the Shema loudly or at room volume, but to say the Baruch Shem Kavod, the blessed be the name of God, more quietly. And so I invite everybody at this time to please rise while we sing the Shema in regular voice and the Baruch Shem more quietly, because what we are saying is the watchword of our faith, that we believe that there's one God. And then we quietly acknowledge, blessed be God's name forever and ever. So please rise for the Shema.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated if you are standing. And we continue with the how we love God.
Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol lebavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha Vishnantam levanecha, v'dibartam, v'shiftecha b'veitecha, u'v'lechtecha b'derech, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להות על ידך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We continue with the reading before the Michelassi. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered. At Sinai, we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again, we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed. Let us continue to work for the day when the nations will be one and at peace. Then shall we rejoice as Israel did, singing on the shores of the sea. We continue with Michelassi. In 6 days, God created the universe, and on the seventh day, God rested. And the gift God gave to us is the gift of rest and Shabbat. And so we continue with the singing of Yismechu. Thank you, Cindy.
We continue now with our congregational tefillah, our Amidah. As I invite everyone to please rise, neither body or spirit, as we begin this tefillah.
Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi agitehilatecha. Adonai sefatai tiftachu fi agitehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Mekonecha hakol, v'zocher chasdei avot v'imahot, u'mevi geula libnei b'neihem, leman shemo be'ahava. Melech ozer Moshia u'magin, Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham, v'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor leolam Adonai, mechayim etim atah rav lehoshia, mashiv haruach umorid hakashem, mechalkel chayim bechesed, mechayim etim berachamim rabim, somech noflim v'rofeh cholim, umatir asurim. Umekayem emunato mishenei afar michamo chaba geburot umito melech memit umechaye umatzmiach Yeshua v'ne'emanat ha'chayot metim. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hametim. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim kol yom yahalalucha salah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
Everyone may be seated for those who rose. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. We continue now with Shalom Rav, followed by some silent meditation.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Ha'Kasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Ha'Kasim Le'olam. Shalom Yisrael Ha'Kasim Le'olam. Shalom Yisrael Ha'Kasim Le'olam. V'tov b'necha le'havel et amcha Yisrael v'kol eru v'kol shalom v'shomecha. Shalom Yisrael Ha'Kasim Le'olam. Shalom Yisrael Ha'Kasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. Ose shalom Roma, uyase shalom aleinu. Ose shalom Roma, uyase shalom aleinu. Ose shalom Roma, uyase shalom aleinu. Yase shalom. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu be'amor Yisrael. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu be'amor Yisrael. Yase shalom Roma, yase shalom aleinu. Shalom Roma, yase shalom aleinu.
We come now to Seder Kriyat Torah, the service for the reading of the Torah. And I agonized a little because I don't have a Torah in my house. And I didn't know if I could take a Torah from the synagogue because of liability. So I thought about it and I remembered my 3 children receiving Torah at their consecration. And so I went into their room and dug out the ark made by our very own Jennifer Gazinski. And so I'm going to ask everyone to please rise as I open the ark to take out our Torah, and we can sing Al Shlosha Devarim. Please be seated. I tried to open up to Vayachel because our Torah portion, Vayachel Pikudei, is actually in my son's Torah, and I was so proud that we're in the end of Exodus, so it was right in the middle, and I didn't have to roll too much to get to it. But our Torah portion begins with Moses assembling the entire nation of Israel to transmit to them everything that God had commanded to Moses about the building of the Mishkan, or the tabernacle, that we've read about in the prior 3 Torah portions. It's interesting because Moses reminds them that even as holy as building the tabernacle is, he insists that they observe Shabbat, that nothing overrides the observance of Shabbat except, of course, the saving of a life. But even building the Mishkan, the working of it does not override the need for the rest and the repose that we are to take on Shabbat. And so normally I say you can follow along in your Chumashim, but I am going to see if I can actually pull up, let's see, the Torah portion from our synagogue, and you can follow along with it. First, we're going to have Cindy do our Aliyah, and I will call her to Torah by her Hebrew name. Ta'amot Shoshana Adina bat Avraham Vasara la Aliyah HaTorah.
Baruch hu et Adonai Hamvorach. Baruch Adonai Hamvorach leolam vahed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol hamim. Venatan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayachel Moshe et kol edat b'nei Yisrael vayomer alehem ele hadvarim asher tziva Adonai la'asot otam sheshet yamim te'asa melacha uvayom hashvi'i lachem kodesh Shabbat Shabbaton Ladonai kol ha'oseh vo melacha yuma lo tiva'aru eish bechol moshvotechem b'yom HaShabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. At this time in our worship service, our thoughts turn to those of our community and families who are ill and in need of healing. We think this evening of Norm Block, Jill Levant, Mary Welter, Elwood Frederick Bryan, Joyce Bogalub, Terry Shapiro, Rick Westerman, Linda Mayer, Ina Elkins, and all who suffer, whom we know not by name. Misha Berach, Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, V'Yaakov, V'imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, V'Leah, Hu Yivarech v'Rapeh et Kol Cholei Yisrael, V'Yishlach Lahem Bimheira, Refuah Shlema, Refuah HaNefesh, Refuah HaGuf, and Omar. Amen. May God, who blessed our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah, bless and heal all who are stricken. May the Holy One of Praise mercifully restore them to health and to vigor. May God grant them health of body, health of spirit, and of mind. And let us say, Amen.
May the source of strength who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Bless those in need of healing with the full Shema. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Thank you, Cindy. And now we remember that this week starts a new month. And so I'm looking at my desktop and I'm looking for the blessing for the new month.
It's right next to the Misha Berach.
Right next to the Misha Berach. That's beautiful. You mean in my prayer book?
Oh, sorry. No, up to the left. There's another Misha Berach. The list of the names, Misha Berach.
Oh, okay. Up to the left?
Oh, and right next to that on the other side there.
Hello. Okay. You know, that's why I have you. You can tell a joke. You can save my butt when I can't find the Rosh Chodesh prayer. Thank you, Rabbi. I thought it'd be very appropriate for us to pray the prayers for a new month. At this time of uncertainty, we ask God's prosperity and blessing upon us. Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu. Shetchadesh aleinu et hachodesh haba, l'tova v'livracha. Our God and God of our ancestors, may the new month bring us goodness and blessing. May we have long life, peace, prosperity, a life exalted by love of Torah and reverence for the divine, a life in which the longings of our hearts are fulfilled for good. Rosh Chodesh Nisan, Yihiyeh, B'Yom Chamishi, the new month of Nisan, the beginning of the month of Passover, will begin on Thursday next of this coming week. May we all be remembered for a blessing in this upcoming month. Okay, and then we go back to Torah, and so I'm going to ask everyone to please rise as I lift the Torah and we sing together Vizot HaTorah.
וזאת התורה אשר שם משה לפני בני ישראל על פי אדוני ביד משה.
You may be seated.
We'll continue now with the prayer for Israel. O Heavenly One, Protector and Redeemer of Israel, bless the state of Israel, which marks the dawning of hope for all who seek peace. Shield it beneath your wings of your love. Spread over it the canopy of your peace. Send your light and truth to all who lead and advise, guiding them in your good counsel. Establish peace in the land and fullness of joy who all dwell there. Amen.
Amen. I was very moved watching Governor press and very saddened to hear that we've lost more residents of our state, of our country, and our world. And I felt it would be appropriate to offer a prayer for all of those who are on the front lines fighting for the lives of so many. Abinu Shabbat Shamayim, O Holy One, we come to you as did our ancestors during times of crisis and fear. We ask for your blessing upon your inhabitants, that they are welcome under the shelter of your protection and peace. Bless those who are suffering from this illness and any and all illnesses which cause them pain. May they be blessed with wholeness and strength. Please send your blessing to the heroes of the moment, the doctors, the nurses, and the healthcare workers, those whose holy work has become to save as many lives as they can. Bless the work of their hands and their hearts. Protect them from illness and despair, exhaustion and overwhelm. And send your blessing to all of our essential workers who bring us food, stock the shelves, give us medicine, and otherwise put their lives on the line every day to bring us as much normalcy as possible. May you guide our leaders' decisions and actions, that they may bring harmony, cooperation, and collaboration. Infuse them with strength and courage, and help us to be good citizens, seeking to help others, strengthening our local communities and all communities all over the world, as we see how intrinsically connected we are one to another. Help us continue to work together to keep one another alive. May we be blessed with all of your grace, and let us stay together. Amen.
Amen.
And I realized that I closed the ark already. So I guess we could sing Eitz Chaim He anyway, if we want to. We just sang V'zot HaTorah. Yeah. Cindy, how
Yes,
about an Eitz Chaim He?
here we go. It's Chaim Lama Kaziki Babatunga Lushar. It's Chaim Lama Kaziki Babatunga Lushar. Shalom, 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 shalom. It is a tree of life for those who hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life for those who hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. Shalom, 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 shalom.
Thank you, Cindy.
So, as they say, once back in Minsk, we have a story of a congregation in the middle of their Amidah prayer. The prayer where everyone is standing, everyone is praying, and it was said, even in different times, that this was actually the time that everyone rose to pray with the angels. Well, they were praying, and some of the people, maybe in the back, started smelling the delicious oneg, which was happening right around them. They started to fall out kind of their spiritual times, thinking about, oh, what else is it that I might be able to do? And started thinking, okay, maybe I'm done with my praying, I'm getting ready for the oneg. And then row by row, each person started thinking, okay, I think I'm going to be done with praying, and we'll just we're going to try and get to this oneg. It smells and looks very delicious. Went row all the way up to the top until finally one of the most pious in the front started hearing this commotion behind him and looked back and said, what is everybody doing right now? And they said, oh, we're sorry, but this delicious looking oneg here is something that we really want to get to. And we're sorry, but we can't pray anymore. We want to get to this oneg. And the person said, well, unfortunately, that means that no longer then I can pray as well, since we're all here supporting one another so that we can ascend to new heights. Now, this story is one which really talks about how communities can come together to be more spiritual, to support one another. And right now, in our challenging times, kal v'chomer all the more so. We need to be there for one another, even if it's in just our wonderful virtual rooms that we are making right now, these wonderful sacred spaces. But even in those times, we can be there for one another so that we can all ascend to even greater and higher heights. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. We're going to continue with Aleinu. So I ask, if you are able to do so, to please rise. I will pull up the Aleinu on my desktop, sure enough. Cindy, you got it?
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגור עלינו כחומותם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Everyone may be seated. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding. Loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech. May we never lift up our hand, but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace.
Before we come to our remembrance section of our service, I don't have an officer to do our Bima duty and to give the announcements, so I'm going to wing it. I'm Rabbi Cosnowsky, And I'm representing the congregation tonight with our announcements. We have some strange ones. Instead of telling you all the things that have been canceled, we'd like to tell you some of the wonderful things that you can find on our new fabulous website. We have moved our entire congregational offering online, and you can go to our website link, www.kongetzchaim.org, and click on any of the Zoom links. You can see us teaching, singing, having lunch with the rabbis, Talmud on tap, whatever we are offering that particular week. Download a few songs that Cindy is singing. Whatever it is that we are offering, you are welcome to come and avail yourself of, to feel the warmth of community, and to remember that even in our sequestered isolation, we are not alone. All we can do is reach out to one another virtually at this point, but thank God we have the technology to be able to do that. And so I invite you to come to our website. You can even chat with us if you need to reach us, but you can always email us, call us on our cell phone. We are here for you. We are your community, and you are not alone. So the more offerings we can generate to be able to increase our community, we are trying to do that right now as well. And now we come to our time of remembrance. Rabbi Kamil?
So our thoughts now turn to those who are no longer with us. Tonight, as a community, we remember and honor the Yortsites of James Elkins, Solomon Sally Gross, Caleb Stat, Edith Alvarado, Casey Anderson, Ruth Joseph, Connie Mechanic, Idris Peters, Max Wall, Helen Gallagher, John Series, Charlotte Shapiro, Percival Albert, Cindy Mittler, Edith Rubel, Clara Sack, Dolores Ward, Michael Davis, Martin Feist, and Julia House. We also mourn the recent passing of Edmund Smith, father of Carol Foner Stewart, Brenda Forrester, wife of David Statt, Helen Dashnaw, mother of Kathy Herback, and Patsy Shirky, mother of Debbie Schrodoff. We continue now with our Mourners Kaddish, as I invite everyone to please rise as we join together as one community. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah.
Amen.
Be'omad yivrach yoteh v'yamlich malchuteh. V'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayed chol beit Yisrael. V'agala v'zman kari v'imru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach leolam umei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha b'rechu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiran be'amah v'yiru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav. Hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen.
V'imru. Amen. V'imru. Amen. V'imru. Amen. V'imru. Amen.
Our closing song this evening is Gesher Tsar Meod.
Kol haolam kulo Gesher Tsar Meod. Gesher Tsar Meod. Gesher Tsar Meod. Kol haolam kulo Gesher Tsar Meod. Gesher Tsar Meod. Ve'ha'ikar, ve'ha'ikar, lo Gesher tsar meod, Gesher tsar meod, Gesher tsar meod. Kol haolam kulo, Gesher tsar meod, Gesher tsar meod.
Let us go out to the Shabbat to joy, to rest, and to peace. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat shalom, everyone. Thank you for coming to Shabbat services tonight. Please email, text us. Let us know if there's any feedback that you can give us. Bad, good, ugly, we'll take it all. I do want to point out this light above me is this holy light that's coming down. I just didn't know if you caught that. I did that for effect. Just thought I'd share that. But thank you again for being here. Shabbat shalom. May you be blessed with peace during this very uncertain time. May you know how big God is, can be, and always will be. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.